It's time to get some performance out of our 2.7. This thing's a 2021, and there's a couple things we're going to be doing this week to get more ponies out of our Bronco. So, let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Nick, aka Dad, and like I was saying, it's time to get some more horsepower out of our Bronco. You know, we've had it since 2021. It's a 2.7 Outer Banks. It had the Sasquatch package on it. You've seen us do all kinds of stuff. Well, one thing we did probably after the first year is CV Fab started making some aftermarket parts, and we did some test fitments on their intercooler. Now, for doing the test fitments and that, giving them, you know, the measurements and things that we had with it, they gave us a free one. So it was nice. We've had that same CV Fab intercooler. It's great. You can go back and check out that video. We'll post a link up top. You can get back to that. But the intercooler itself is really thick, give you a lot more air into that intercooler to get a colder charge in it. Just more than what OEM gave you, which was, you know, you're probably talking like a couple inches wide, where the CV Fab is probably double that. Well, we want to get more out of that CV Fab intercooler. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that with the hot and cold side pipes and getting more air into the Bronco. So let me show you what we're going to be using. So to start things off, what we want to do is we want to get more air into the engine. So we've turned to Mishimoto. This is their cold air intake with the dry filter on it. This isn't oiled, so I can just wash this at home. But I've already got it kind of assembled. This is not the way it comes from the box. You've got this section here with a coupler that goes into this split section with a coupler. So those are basically four separate pieces there. You got this two couplers, the two, basically they're plastic pieces that go, then that Y goes in to the filter. So you've got a rubber grommet, basically a giant one on the outside of their air box. And the reason I went with that is they have lifetime guarantees on their products. And they always feel like they really engineer their stuff really well. They come to market sometimes a little bit later than everybody else, but it's because they want to make sure they're making a quality product. So I turned to the guys at Mishimoto, and I really am looking forward to getting this on. And this is all it is. I mean, and the reason we're going to do this is because we're doing the hot and cold air intercooler pipes, because the intercooler pipes are kind of on top of the air routing system in the Bronco, especially the 2.7. So if you're going to be taking off the charge pipes, you might as well do a cold air intake. Now, if you're just going to do charge pipes, they're on top, like I said, so you could just do those and be done. But really, to get the full advantage of an intercooler is to get a lot of air in. So looking forward to getting this in. This end will actually connect back to OEM, and I believe this one is going to go straight to the turbo housing. And I'll show you why I think this one's really important. So we're going to retain this little snorkel piece here, or intake piece, for the Mishimoto. We'll be replacing the OEM air box and then all of the piping that comes off here. Now you got these ones with the ribs to help bend it. We're going to be taking off a bunch of connections. We won't show you all the disassembly because that's going to take the most part. But yeah, we've just got all these connections down in here. And that'll come around, and you can see we'll have the bend here, which we're basically using, I believe, this pipe back here that goes down to the turbo. Let's see if I can get around to the side here, because you got some fittings that are going into this. So I believe this rubber hose right in here will be replaced by their coupler. But on the other side, the passenger side, we've got this grommet down in here, or their coupler here. But I saw this, see if I can get it on here, is that it's got where, I don't know if it's heat or what, but it's actually being sucked in. So I think their coupler is going to be a lot better. I think this is where our coupler will go onto here. It may, looking at it, we might get it down onto the turbo, but we'll see as we go along. But like I said, we're not going to show you the deconstruction of this. It's pretty straightforward. And here's our charge pipes, the hot and cold side. and they're on top. So if you're gonna be doing a cold air intake, I would highly recommend doing the pipes as well. We're getting a bigger diameter pipe, and it'll be mandrel bent, not plastic, and be a little bit more free flowing. So some numbers on the Mishimoto is Mishimoto claims 7.5 horsepower gain just with the air box. So we'll see here. We're gonna do some testing. We've done some already with what we have stock pretty much, besides the CV fab, and then we'll do some 0 to 60 numbers with the cold air intake and with the charge pipes. See if we get any better numbers off of that. We'll see. So let me get the deconstruction, show you how that goes, but then we'll show you CV Fab's intercooler pipes, because that's what we're going with. Since we're running their intercooler, so we've got their charge pipes here, both hot and cold side, obviously. The cool thing is they give us a bunch of couplers, tons of these really nice bands. These, I think, are the couplers that will come off the intercooler, and we've got a couple O-rings in that. Some of the tools I'm thinking we're going to need, you know, looking around, we need an 8mm socket, which James is already over there taking things off with an electric ratchet, a clamp to be able to do some of these springs that they have, these spring clamps from Ford near the turbos, a flat-bladed screwdriver for some of the screws we have in here, maybe an adjustable wrench for some of the clamps, you know, so some of those things we're going to do. And we won't show you a bunch, because what we're doing here is we're kind of just taking this one piece at a time. Like I said, James over here now. And the reason I was saying you should probably, if you're going to do a cold air intake, do the charge pipes as well, because your cold air intake is going to go underneath your charge pipes. Here's the charge pipe here. Here's where the intercooler or the air's coming in to our throttle body. So you might as well change this all out. But it's just kind of a spaghetti of under here. So we're just going to take out the charge pipes, so we can just take the whole thing out, and then kind of made it up to what it looks like with the CV Fab guys. And it's going to go all the way to the turbos. So the cold air intake, though, what we're finding out is it's probably not going to go past this point down in here. They've got like a coupler from Ford right here. I think Mishimoto is only taking it to that coupler, and kind of on the same side, on the same idea of that, on the driver's side, there's our intake, and I think the coupler is going to come down to this little box here, and then we've got our turbo right back there. So I think Mishimoto is only going to take it down to here is what it looks like. So just a bunch of stuff to take off. So we're not going to let you be bored with us dismantling this, but we got lots of Christmas tree clips to take off because they got so many wires connected to these hoses. We're going to have to take off our blow-off valve. You've even got Christmas tree clips on your intake. So yeah, a lot of stuff to take off. So when we get back to this, we're going to show you us putting it back in. And one thing I do like about Mishimoto's design is that they're keeping this. And you might be asking, well, what's the big deal? I love that Ford included this little flap here. So you're letting all that air in, but if you get into some water that goes up over your hood just a little bit, at least it gives it the opportunity to fly or to fall out of the intake before getting into the air box itself. So I like that Mishimoto kept that. I mean, it's just a really neat little piece that Ford added to these. So just my little take on their design. I'm glad that they kept this. So a couple tips, have maybe some WD-40 around, because you've got like these rubber grommets here that hold like a little stanchion that goes through there. Really tough to kind of get out when it's just dry and dirty. So if you spray some WD-40 down in there, hopefully it'll give you some lubricity to be able to pull it out. Other thing was for us was the throttle body gasket. We had it off the pipe here, took out our mass airflow sensor already and applied it to the pipe that'll be going in from CV Fab. But to get this coupler off from Ford, yeah, we again sprayed some WD-40 because it's got this really big lip back here. They put it all the way back pretty much. So yeah, spray some WD-40, save yourself a little bit of grief. And if you got some brake cleaner, we did find some carbon buildup kind of inside there on the butterfly. So you might want to clean that out too while you're in there. Get a shop rag and just, you know, go to town, clean it up a little bit. Heck, you're in here anyway, might as well get it done. Well, we finished up last night. It's pretty late and still had one more thing to really put on, and that was one of the couplers for the intercooler to the tubing, so got that done. Actually had my dad come over because we've got another video coming out here real soon I needed his help with. You might see something different in the background, but you know, that'll be a video we got coming out here pretty soon. But we definitely still need to test this. We need to get the engine started, make sure we don't have any codes popping up because of, you know, the intercooler pipes, because obviously this is a lot larger diameter pipe than what we had from the factory. Obviously too, the air intake is a lot bigger, so it's feeding the engine a little bit more and the turbos a little bit more. So again, just want to make sure we don't have any issues with the sensors and that reading correctly. But I want to kind of go over some of the tips that I have for you as far as putting both a Mishimoto cold air intake and the CV Fab intercooler pipe system in, and just give you my final thoughts before we go out and test this. If you're going to do an intercooler pipe kit or even a cold air intake, I would suggest, again, doing both. And the reason is you've got your air intake pipe here, you've got your intercooler piping here. So one's going to have to come off no matter what. So if you have to take off the OEM pipes to put in the intercooler pipes, you might as well just do these. And then vice versa. If you're going to do intercooler pipes, you might as well switch out the intake pipes because, again, you're going to have to move everything around. But what I would suggest, if you're going to do both, I would start from your intercooler and work your way up. We got a little too excited and started putting in pipes, and then you start kind of getting in your way. Build your way up, because this pipe here that goes to your throttle body comes up behind your intake pipe. Then you've got this one crossing over to get to the turbo. You got this one going back here to the other turbo. So I would start from the bottom, come up to where you get to this Y pipe here, and then just stop, get in this pipe here, because this throttle body pipe actually goes down and behind here. You can actually see it down there a little bit. So that's a big tip for me, for anybody that's doing this as well. Just because there's a lot of piping going on. You almost want to do these top pipes last. Now, the other thing is, like I mentioned in the video, some kind of lubricant is really good for putting on these couplers and that, and getting some of the old O-rings to get in, like, you know, this little guy here, that's a factory sensor. Getting him pushed into that bung was a little tough, just because that sensor's never been out before. So, you know, maybe some Vaseline. We use some WD-40 on the couplers and that. These couplers back here, that's an OEM one, this little rubber piece, and it had an OEM tab going down into it. We sprayed some WD-40 in there to pop that back out. That helped a lot. Be careful too with your sensors. You don't want your mass airflow sensor getting damaged as you're taking things out. So final thoughts on this, let's get to it. So final thoughts and my review of this, everything is really well made. Everything from Mishimoto fit great, nice and tight. One issue I do have with Mishimoto, or I think I will, is how do you get the air cleaner out? The window they provide is really just to inspect it, see how dirty it is. But, you know, this flap here is just rubber, and yeah, it would pull out the filter itself, but I think I'd have to disconnect some pipes. So that would be my one thing with Mishimoto. That's not gonna be real easy to pop out. It would have been nice if they would have given you a big enough opening on top to be able to take the worm gear off there and pop it out. But that's my one worry down the road when we go to clean that thing. But everything else from Mishimoto, all the connections for OEM points here are great. They worked out really well. They even give you some places for the Christmas tree clips for the wiring harnesses and that. Have some zip ties on hand, because you may have to zip tie some of these things away from some places that they weren't before. For CV Fab, all of their stuff really worked out well. They give you, I had extra of these machine screws that they gave you that hold in not only, you know, your blow-off valve, but they've got some others that were supposed to be for connecting into your OEM points, but the Mishimoto intake has screws as well, or bolts, that that hold it all together. So that worked out really well. The spring clamps for CV Fab, that would probably be my one thing. That these are the screws, once you get these tightened down, are really long. So if you're gonna, once you put them in, make sure you got them into an area or orientated that you can get this off easily, especially if you're on the trailer or something and you need to do some work on it for some odd reason. Make sure it's accessible, or at least for down below, make sure you have some extensions too, because there's that mid pipe I was talking about that kind of comes off the throttle body down and then snakes really pretty close to your crank, and it's got a coupler in there. So you're gonna need an extension for that one for sure. But everything again went in really well. They are very tight in here. And I know there's people gonna be saying, you know, the Bronco's not meant to go super fast. It's a brick. Oh, I know it's a brick. I know that for a fact. We get a lot of wind here in the Midwest. So this is really, though, I want to get some more torque out of the engine and help it breathe better. And the way that the piping is from the factory on not only the intake, but the intercooler pipe, you got lots of kinks, lots of rubber hoses that are kind of corrugated to where they get some crazy twists in them, and that's just not efficient for the turbos to breathe or the engine. So all this aluminum tube that's black powder coat from CV Fab looks great. No kinks in it, nice and smooth air delivery. Same with Mishimoto's intake. It's plastic, but it's all nice and smooth, and you don't have any crazy kinks in it like you do the OEM. So if it's something you can find on sale, I think it's a great buy. I mean, CV Fab is always having a sale, you know, 10% off or something like that. Mishimoto, every once in a while, you'll see that too. And we just kind of held on to pieces as they were on sale. So I definitely like it. We're looking forward to getting it out, but there'll be one more key piece that we need to do to get this thing out and really show its stars. So we're going to take her out here, check it out, make sure all of the sensors are reading correctly, that we don't have any check engine lights or anything like that come up, and run it some 0-60 tests, see if we got any more performance out of it, and we'll see in the next video for how that goes. So as always, we appreciate you watching. If you like this video and this has been informative for you, hit that like button, that thumbs up button for us. It lets us know that this is stuff that people are liking to watch. Also, we've got more coming up. We've got some inner fender liners that we've been working on that are coming up here real soon. So looking forward to getting that out. We've got this install video coming out here real soon as well. So keep an eye out for that. But that kind of brings it back to, if you're not a subscriber, you better smash that subscribe button. Because Monk and I, we are constantly looking for tips, tricks, and products that we use on our Bronco that you can use on yours. As always, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.